The Cavaliers return home for game number 6 of the 2011 varsity football season, and they'll face off with the Rapids at James River. First, they take a moment to remember Coach Rich Conklin, a memorial plaque installed on the rock outside the locker room, so every time they hit the field, the team will pay their tributes to Coach Conklin. Team wearing pink in honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, October being that, and they'll set out onto the field to face off with James River in what's going to be a big game for the Cavs. They need to have a win here to keep their playoff hopes alive. Cavaliers kick off. McCarthy sends it down to G. Jones, brings it back 25 yards before Holland Fisher makes a stop on the play. Then Bryce Hamilton, he's going to pick up 9 yards. Dimitri Evans in on the stop. Matt Cables tries the run but doesn't get much. Holland Fisher and Wes Austin in on the stop. Then Bryce Hamilton, pass complete to Austin Condiff, but only 2 yards gained as Joel Caleb comes in and makes the big tackle there. That's going to force the punt for the Rapids. They'll send it down, and it'll be down at the Cavs' 31-yard line. And that's where Dimitri Evans and the Cavalier offense takes over. Evans picking up 5 yards before he stopped, and then the handoff going to Holland Fisher. Fisher breaking it loose for 17 yards down to the Rapids' 47. First down, Cavs. Joel Caleb pass complete. Wes Austin, only a 3-yard gain, but they're on the drive. Craig Stevens and Kawik Gonsalves on the stop. Holland Fisher getting the ball. He's going to find some room. 17-yard gain for the Cavs. They're down to the Rapids 47. But then Fisher on the next carry loses control of it, and the Rapids recover the fumble. James River out now on offense as the Cavaliers sideline watches things. Not real happy about the fumble, but that's okay. They'll depend on their defense to do what it needs to do, and they'll do just that. Trevon Rogers going to make the stop here. He gets some help from Brandon Tyson, and the 7-yard loss. That'll be a sack on the Rapids. And Coach Henry making his list, checking it twice, trying to decide what Cavalier is naughty, what Cavalier is nice. And nice is Joel Caleb passing out to Wes Austin. Big gain here, 18 yards down to the Rapids 39. First down, Cavs. And the cheerleaders, that's right, they're happy. They're seeing things, what's happening on the field. Caleb dropping back again. This time he's going to find Tim Thaniel. 11-yard gain for the Cavaliers. Austin Cundiff on the stop. Caleb pass complete to Tim Thaniel again. This time a 12-yard gain down to the Rapids 11-yard line. First down, Cavs. They're driving towards the end zone. Caleb on the carry there, but the fumble. Cavaliers lose the ball again. This time the Rapids are going to pick it up. And going back all the way, 94 yards for a touchdown is Matt Capples of the Rapids. Touchdown Rapids, their first to strike. They're on the board, but look at this Holland Fisher. They're going to try the two-pointer. A little sneaky. No, doesn't fool Holland Fisher. He makes the stop there. So James River leads by 6 as Cole Moore kicks it downfield, and James Evans picks it up, brings it back about 8 yards before he's finally drugged down. And then Cavalier offense back on the attack. It's number 1, Holland Fisher up the middle, but again the ball pops free, and again the Rapids recover. But James Evans, Peyton Gratter, and Trevon Rogers making the stops on defense. Rogers getting one of his 5 sacks on the night. That's going to bring it into the first quarter. The Rapids force the punt, but they lose the handle on the ball, and the Cavaliers get good field position. Meanwhile, on the sidelines, people are posing still for video cameras. Don't ask me why. But anyway, back to the action on the field. Caleb dropping back. He finds Wes Austin. Cavaliers moving downfield. Wes Austin picking up 10 yards. Then Caleb's going to keep it. He's going to carry it down 11 yards. Down inside the Rapids red zone there. Driving deep into Rapids territory. Then Caleb's keeping it again. Going to pick up a couple more yards. Driving it down to the 1-yard line. And then it's Caleb on the carry, up the middle, into the end zone. Touchdown Cavaliers. Extra point by McCarthy. Right through the uprights, and the Cavaliers take the lead 7-6. McCarthy ensuing kickoff, 57 yards, down to the Rapids 3. Najee Jones picks it up. He's going to get a 21-yard return before Trevon Rogers and Dylan Turner in on the stop. And we'll take a short pause with the change of possession and enjoy the Cavalettes on the sideline for entertaining the fans as always. Matt Campbell's going to only gain a yard here. He's down to the Rapids 23 before Devon Gibbs makes the stop. And then Bryce Hamilton, pass complete to Campbell's, but this time he pays for it. Wes Austin in on the stop there, driving him backwards. And then the sack, another big one there. That's right, Bryce Hamilton goes down, 4-yard loss. Holland Fisher and Trevon Rogers. Offense back out for the Cavs. The Cavalier pass, though, will be deflected on a 4th and 5, so the Rapids take over on downs with just about 5 minutes left in the half. But another big sack for the Cavaliers. A.J. Fox and George Smith make the stop there. And Coach Nelson Curtis trying not to break a smile, but there it goes. And on the punt, he's ruled down. The knee had touched the ground. Cavaliers get good field position. Rob Rodriguez on the carry. Picks up 5 for the Cavaliers. They're trying to drive it into the end zone. Caleb looking around the corner, finds some room, dives down towards the goal line. Then finally, he'll drive it right up the middle and into the end zone. Touchdown Cavaliers. Another extra point by McCarthy. And the Cavaliers lead 14-6. But the Rapids aren't done yet. Hamilton finds Najee Jones down the sidelines open. He's finally forced out of bounds by Wes Austin. Then the Cavaliers now making a nice defensive stop here. Trevon Rogers with another big tackle for the Cavs. 11 seconds left in the half. The pass, the fade going into the end zone. But it's called pass interference on the Cavaliers. So they'll get one more shot at the end zone. And they're going to drive it in. That's right. Austin Cundiff on a 4-yard carry and touchdown for the Rapids, but they'll try the 2-pointer. Nice call there by the official. That one ruled down before he gets to the end zone. So they'll go into the halftime break. Cavaliers leading 14-12, and a beautiful moon out over Cavaliers Stadium, out over the chiller there. Another Friday night of football, and we go into second half action as Holland Fisher picks up 13 yards here. But after a defensive stand, the Rapids get the ball back, but Peyton Gratter and Brandon Tyson put a halt to Trey McMorris's run. And then Austin Condiff, he's going to gain 9 yards on this one, but James Evans will finally make the stop. And then the Cavalier defense forces the fumble, and Devon Gibbs dives on it, and they'll take over at the Rapids 32-yard line. Caleb finds Tim Thaniel, 11-yard gain down to the Rapids 21. That sets up a McCarthy 38-yard field goal, and that one's good. Cavaliers lead 17-12. And while we take a look at their Cavs on the sidelines, there are some defensive stats. Holland Fisher will have 11 stops on the night. Peyton Gratter 7 and Trevon Rogers 7, including those 5 sacks. And back on defense, the Cavaliers again making big stops. Because Hamilton again is going to go down. This time, Trevon Rogers and Justin Orange along with Peyton Gratter right there making the stop. So the Cavaliers get the ball back once again after the punt. Joel Caleb going to find some running room, picking up 20 yards down to the Rapids 11-yard line. Craig Stevens and James Evans on the stop. That's the James Evans for the Rapids, of course. Then it's Caleb handing off to Rob Rodriguez. He carries it 9 yards and fumbles it, though, into the end zone. And it is ruled a touchback. So the Rapids take over on their 20-yard line. Cavalier defense coming to call again. Matt Campbell's lost 3 yards after Wes Austin grabbed him and drug him down. And then Wes Austin picks off Hamilton's pass, and it's Cavaliers ball once again. Caleb on the carry. Nice block there by Peyton Gratter as Caleb drives deeper into that Rapids territory. That sets up another Cameron McCarthy field goal, and this one good from 29 yards out, so the Cavaliers lead 20-12. Cameron McCarthy kickoff. Austin Cundiff, he's going to take it back 42 yards before Holland Fisher and Devon Gibbs finally able to track him down, and that brings an end to the third quarter of play as we harass Tommy Carter, long-time figure on the sidelines for the Cavaliers. On offense again, Rapids looking for something here, but they're not getting anywhere. Austin Cundiff loss of 6 yards. Holland Fisher and Wes Austin on the stop. Then it's Hamilton's pass picked off again. This time it's Tim Daniels, though. And where'd he go? Cameraman's going to get fired for this one. But anyway, he takes it back to the Rapids 34-yard line. A penalty will set the Cavaliers back, but that's okay because Caleb finds Tim Thaniel, 22-yard gain on this one. Finally brought down by Cundiff and Ryan Johnson. And then it's Caleb. This time he gets sacked, though. Breaks out of one tackle, but can't break free of the second one. A 20-yard loss on that sack. So that'll force a Cameron McCarthy punt. That'll be downed at the Rapids 13-yard line. So the Rapids will try it again, but again they feel the heat, and this time he just launches it out of bounds, Hamilton, and that's called intentional grounding. So the Cavaliers get the ball back with decent field position, but now they're just going to work on the clock there. Holland Fisher breaking a couple of big ones up the middle there, and then Joel Caleb finding number 2, Bobby Fulp, right down at the 2-yard line, and that sets up another Joel Caleb touchdown. Cavaliers putting 6 more on the board, make it 7, because McCarthy's accurate and right through the uprights. So the Cavaliers lead 27-12, and there's only 3 minutes left in this game. Nice return here, though. Najee Jones, 21 yards before Dylan Turner makes the stop, but Bryce Hamilton's going to get sacked twice in a row. First time for a 10-yard loss by A.J. Fox. He's happy. Then Hamilton goes down again by Jordan Smith. Another big stop for the Cavaliers, and this pretty much puts an end to the game. Cavaliers start celebrating on the sidelines. They're going to be 5-1. That's right. Caleb taking the knee. This one's over, baby. Cavaliers win, beating James River 27-12, and they head to Cosby next week.